Hey cooks, today we're going to do a product test and review of the Bosch Compact Mixer. I've had this mixer for about 2 months and I'm just now able to test it, and I'm looking forward to it because this mixer has a very interesting rotating planetary action that I've never seen on another mixer. So I'm looking forward to seeing how that works. I'm Amy, and I'm on a mission to become a better cook. Hit the subscribe button below and the bell to join me. So now let's do a product test and review of the Bosch Compact. So we're going to judge the Bosch Compact on the same categories that we've judged all the other mixers that we've done all the other tests on. So we are going to be looking at the overall look and feel of the mixer. That is the fit and finish of the mixer, how it looks, the experience for the cook, as well as the accessories that are available for the mixer. We're also going to be whipping cream with the whisk. We're going to be making some cookies with the paddle, and we're going to be making some bread dough with the dough hook. And this dough hook is really interesting because it's at an angle. So the overall look and feel of the mixer. From the very first time you see this mixer, you will notice that it is very compact. I think this mixer would be great for somebody who wants to put it away in their cabinet because it possibly will fit in a lot of cabinets, large cabinets, as well as somebody who may have a small kitchen or someone who has a larger mixer, maybe one of those, a Bosch Universal, and they want something small for smaller jobs. This is a little mighty mixer. It has 400 watts, and they say that it can do 6 loaves of bread. I think we're only going to do 2 in it, but this mixer looks kind of funny, huh? So let's take a little tour of this mixer. So this is a little handle here that you push to raise your mixer head. That's your mixer head, right? This is your pour spout, and this is your bowl. So it has a good sized bowl on it. It goes down into that little hole, and that's how it rests on there. So you ask, what about this? So this is your power hub. So this has a lot of different attachments. It has a shredder. It has a food processor. It has a juicer. It has a lot of things that you would expect out of a stand mixer. And it also has 3 hubs. So you have your regular mixing hub here. You have a hub here for some attachments. And you also have a hub, you also have a hub here. So you rotate this down and you have another hub here. And this is where your food processor goes. I believe this is the faster hub. So isn't that kind of funky? So we're going to go ahead and we're going to put the bowl back on here. So we got the bowl back on here, and we have your usual whip. And what's interesting is it goes in on an angle, and that is because it has a really kind of crazy mixing action. Whoa! Well, there you go. You can see it there. It's planetary, but it also sort of goes whoop-de-woo, right? So we're going to put this down and see how it moves around the bowl, but it also rotates. So quite possibly it's going to mix really thoroughly, right? Sweet. So when you turn it off, it has this little P, and if you're getting ready to raise the mixer head, or you want to position this back to the starting position, So if you just go to P, it'll bring it around and park it where it's most easily to get your ingredients out. So in the case that it stops in a weird position, you just go park and it'll bring it down to the position that it wants to start from. So we have our whip. We have our cookie paddle. I just like watching the mixing action. It's pretty sweet, huh? It's pretty quiet too, in comparison to a lot of other mixers that I've used. And then the dough hook is really interesting because the dough hook not only is in an angle, but so is the collar. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to put that on there. And the collar keeps any ingredients from getting up inside the mixer head. Well, that was my big problem because I didn't park it first. So when I put this in here, I learned my lesson on that, right? That's your dough mixing action. So we're going to turn it off. We're going to park it. And it parked where it should go to make it easiest to get it out of the bowl. That's pretty sweet. And then we have our little splatter guard. And all this fits in there for storage. And what's kind of neat too is it has this little thing back here. You can wind the cord up. So in storage, your cord's not flopping around everywhere. I think that is really, really neat. So my grade for the overall look and feel. One of the things that I can say, and I give Bosch a lot of credit for, is this is a very compact mixer. Just like the name says, it is the Bosch Compact. I could lift this up with like one hand, right? And I think if you are limited on space, or you want to put it in a cabinet, or you otherwise have a large mixer that's great for large batches like the Universal Plus, and you want something that you can do single batches with, a lot of people use this as their primary mixer as well. So I think for just merely the innovation, it's a great little mixer. It has a lot of great attachments to it, and the compact feel is just how Bosch describes it. It is definitely a compact mixer. And I think it's really neat with the rotating planetary action. So for the overall look and feel, I give it an A. First up, we're going to be using the whisk, and we're going to be whipping some cream. So we chilled all this for a little bit in the freezer. It's always best to use a little bit of, get a little bit of chill on your bowl and your whip. So we're doing 2 cups, Boo?
Yeah, 2 cups.
You want 2 cups of cream? I'm making Eric this chocolate mousse, so he's going to be trying that out with this. So we'll put our cream in here. Ooh. Getting a little crazy, huh, Boo? Okay, let's see what the compact can do. Okay, I gotta get used to the whole parking thing. Okay, it looks like we're at soft pinks. I'm gonna sweeten it up with some powdered sugar. I'm gonna put a little bit of vanilla. Vanilla is so expensive lately. I bought this vanilla at Aldi. So this is our first taste of it to see if it's any good.
Soft bakes took a little bit over 90 seconds.
Okay, and we're gonna finish this off. looks like we have whipped cream, guys.
Yeah. How's it look?
Looks whippy creamy to me.
So,
Come and take
by
mine.
definition, did it increase in volume?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oop!
What?
Here, let me feed you.
Oh, you mini.
That was fun!
You can imagine the fun she had at our wedding when I was nice. I'm going, here's your cake. She, nibble, nibble. And she goes, here's yours. Wow! Gotta look out for that.
Okay, so
So yes, it tastes good.
this is all Eric, so I'm double dipping you, Eric.
That's fine.
The only person that's gonna eat that is you. So, I think it did a great job. At first I was like, it seems a little bit slow, but it's really smooth. And it took about 90 seconds, 2 minutes to come to, good peaks and have.
Soft peaks took a little over 90 seconds, and it took you an additional 30 to get to stiff.
I think I was almost at stiff at the first, but I had 2 cups of cream for this little mixer.
Yeah.
And I think he did a good job, so I'm going to give him an A. So now we're going to test the paddle by making some peanut butter cookies. I have 2 sticks of butter in the mixer. Okay. Let's beat away. We're going to put our sugars in. We got white sugar. Sweet. Brown sugar. Woo!
Whoa!
Don't do that. Sweet, let me just scrape this a little bit. Okay, so I got a cup of peanut butter. Peanut butter. Yeah,
Park it?
I didn't park it.
You got lucky.
I guess I had to get used to that. So if you get one of these, just remember, you got to park it so you can get the beater out. I have to remember that. Sweet.
Be careful, you got clunky stuff falling off the whip.
It's going back in. Sweet. Sweet, sweet, sweet. Oh, I did it again. I didn't park it.
No.
I guess the more you use it, you'll get used to having to do that. Couple of egg. EGG. Sweet. I like the little rotating planetary action.
It looks like a park.
I parked it. Okay, in here I got some flour. I got a little baking powder, a little baking soda, and a little bit of salt. And we're going to combine those, our dry ingredients. And let's rock and roll. Guys, this thing is it's kind of mighty. Off, park. I guess it parked. Let's see. Ooh.
Just has to be combined, right?
Yeah. This little thing is groovy. I like it. It's kind of like, it is a little Mighty Mouse.
Mm-hmm. A little mixer that could.
A little mixer that could. I don't think I've ever used a mixer like that's this small that's given me like such good results. I mean, look at that. It's pretty much mixed all the way down.
So the dumb question. We're not done with the test yet, but this or the Mini?
The KitchenAid Mini? Let's do the bread first, and then I'll give you my view on that, bud. For cookies, I give it an A. So now we're going to use our little dough hook for some bread dough. Yay. And I'm like opposite of this thing right now. So we got the hook down. We are making 2 loaves of bread, about 3 pounds of dough. So let me open this back up. So I have my water here, a little bit of warm water. We have some active dry yeast and a wee bit of sugar to give it something to eat. Just gonna give it a little spin here. Stir it up. Ah! And we're gonna let this brew for about 5 minutes. Okay, we got the rest of our sugar. I'm gonna put that in there. We got some canola. We have like 6.5 cups of flour here. So we're gonna put this in this little mixer. What do you guys think? Let's see what happens. Let's see what happens. It's kind of a tight fit to get it in here. I don't know. This opening is very small. I think I'm gonna abandon the screen because that hole is just a little too small for me to get the flour in there. I was doing better without it. I don't think I've yet seen a mixer that I really like the splatter guard. We're almost there, guys. Wow. And we're going to put in our salt. I always put the salt in because I don't want to kill my yeast. This little thing is rocking the house here. Feeling kind of
What's your opinion on the kneading action?
It's moving that sucker around.
Like it's not just spinning, it's an actual.
Yeah, it's going. I mean, some mixers I see just kind of spinning around, and this one's giving it a little workout. It's not really getting. It's not getting hot at all. There's a little bit of a squeak. I don't know if that's this bowl. So we're just gonna let this knead. Okay, let's get this out on the board and see what we have. I have it a little stiff. It's a really nice dough. Smack it right. It's a nice dough. I made it a little stiff, but it's, we got a little bit of, boing, 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 boing going on. That's your gluten. I think it really did a really good job. The fact that I'm making 2 loaves of bread in this little compact mixer is pretty amazing. I didn't expect it to be able to do that because it did work the dough around a lot more than some other mixers that I've used. I don't know if I would do that on a regular basis, like every day I'm going to throw 2 loaves of bread in there, because I don't know. It handled it fine. It did a great job. I don't know, if you put it in there for 10 minutes day in and day out,
You didn't have to really babysit it. Some you got to keep tearing it apart and putting it back in there.
No, I didn't have to babysit it. And for a little mixer of that size, it did a great job in handling this dough. I was pretty amazed with that. I mean, with a lot of mixers, I haven't yet found a mixer that when it's working the dough, it's just like smooth, there's always some movement on the mixer head when you have a tilt head mixer, and especially when you have a smaller mixer. But for as small as it's amazing that it didn't move around more than it did. I would have expected it to move around more, and I give it a lot of props for that. I think it did a great job. And I think it's great it's so small, I think I could take it along with me on my camper.
Your suction cups were powerful enough to hold in place, but not be detrimental to you just moving it around.
Yeah, so I think for the bread, I'm giving it an A-.
A-?
So my overall opinion of the Bosch Compact, the overall look and feel, I gave it an A. So if you don't have a lot of space, or you have a small apartment kitchen, or you have a bigger mixer like the Bosch Universal to do a lot of your bread doughs and a lot of your bigger batches, this might be a great addition to that for your smaller batches. The things that don't do well in the Bosch Universal will do really well in the Bosch Compact. So together, they make a pretty good pair, right, Boo?
Sure.
Yeah. So overall look and feel, I gave it an A. The whipping the cream, I gave it an A. The paddles, I give it an A. And the dough hook, I give it an A-. Mainly just because of the moving around a little bit. But for a tilt head and for the small mixer that it is, I mean, that was just nothing, right? It wasn't that big a deal. So my overall opinion of the Bosch Compact Mixer, ding, it gets an A. Yay! I think it's a nice little mixer, and I think if you're looking for something compact, and that's what it is, and that's what the name says it is, but it also has power of kind of a bigger machine from some of the things that I said. And with the unique planetary rotating head, I think we got a good mix for cookies. I think we got a good mix on the whipped cream. I mean, and for the price, yeah, I would say it's a buy.
It did everything you wanted it to do.
It did everything I wanted it to do. So yeah, I would say the Bosch Compact is definitely thumbs up and gets a buy from me. If you like this video, please subscribe below. Leave me a comment and a like, and visit my website at amylearnstocook.com. I'm also on Twitter and Pinterest at Amy Learns to Cook, and Facebook, facebook.com/group/Amy Learns to Cook, and on Instagram, I'm at Cooking with Amy. We got some bread. We have like 6.5 cups of sugar here.
Flour.